he wasn't the guy, and George W. definitely isn't the guy. And so I have, like you, I have my fantasies about like being president for a day. You know, because it would be really fun to go in and right the wrongs. And it's interesting to me, you can have a country as big as America, so populated as America is, 3,000 miles wide, 1,700 miles high, and it's full of people, and the only two people you can get to run for office, you wouldn't even trust to take your laundry to the laundromat. Here, can you take my pants? I'll do it tomorrow. I'll be glad to help you. No, George, just sit at the table, don't touch anything, don't move anything, don't do anything, and don't talk. Please, do not talk. You know, and so out of all these people in America, all you get is two silly men to run for office. And it's an interesting country to live in because it is so full of people who live so easy, who are so stupid. And I am always caught behind these people in lines and in traffic. And I always have this bad luck, and maybe you have it too, because none of you are dummies, right? You're great in traffic, and you know what you want to do when you're standing in line. And you're always in back of like 30 idiots who somehow all saw you coming. Okay, get in line, quick. And you know, everyone be even dumber than usual. And you get out, you look, oh, I don't even know why I'm in this line, dude. Fucking, I don't know, dude, why are we here? I don't know, dude. Here to fuck with him. And that's you. That's the hell you live in. You're trapped by dummies all around. And that's definitely my problem. And I don't know how it is in Australia or maybe here in Sydney. Where I live in America, I live in Los Angeles, California, a hellish place with a demon, red-brown poison cloud of death that hovers over the city 24 hours a day. You're like, I'm infecting your lungs. I'm infecting your lungs. You made me, and I'm killing you. Ah! And so I live in this hellish place a few weeks a year when I'm not on the road, and I take my car out of the garage, and I have to drive amongst, in my opinion, the rudest, most arrogant, I am the only person on the road drivers I have ever encountered anywhere in my life. And there I am, a really good driver, using my turn signal, doing everything right, just like the California driver's code says, 75 feet before each intersection. I've measured them all, and I've striped it with a little piece of fluorescent spray paint so I can drive up 75 feet before the intersection. Time for me to indicate my left turn signal. Doot, 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 doot. Now everyone will know in the whole county of Los Angeles that I'm going to make a left turn. I'm fooling no one. I am a safe driver maintaining the flow of traffic. And everyone around me is in their lane and a little bit of mine lane. They're kind of near your car. You're like, fuck. Yeah. They never use turn signals. All of a sudden, they're just taking a lane. They nearly drive over the front of your car. You're like, whoa, fuck. And you look at it like, hey, what's your problem? And they just kind of go like, whatever, and keep on driving. And this is a town that's full of monsoons and mudslides and huge logs in the middle of the road. Only kidding. And so you see all these people who are living basically a desert with 0.0002 inches of rainfall a year, no falling trees in the middle of the road. They all drive those huge 9-ton SUVs. Everyone needs a huge gas-guzzling tank to get from home to Paramount. And you'll always see the great Hollywood phenomenon of the 110-pound woman in the 5-ton SUV. And she looks like little Bobby going around Daddy's potato patch in the John Deere tractor. Like, she can barely see over the dashboard. I'm driving and stuff. What was that? That was a car full of kids. Whatever. I'm gonna turn now. And they're all over the place. And no one has any urgency whatsoever in Los Angeles when they drive. I am always the poor sap, second in line at the intersection. When the light turns green, nothing happens. Light turns green, I'm like, come on, let's go. Nothing happens. I look through the windshield to see what the car ahead of me is doing at a green light instead of driving. On the cell phone, dicking around with a Palm Pilot, drinking the Crappuccino, costs $8, takes 40 minutes to make, 9 parts syrup, 10 parts coffee. It's just a bunch of crap. And there's like, I'm drinking, I'm meditating. They're holding onto a crystal. They have their eyes closed. You see their mouths moving. I'm saying my mantra, I'm saying my mantra, I'm saying my mantra, I'm saying my mantra. saying my mantra, I'm saying my mantra. Oh, wow, the light's green. Time to do an acceleration thing. Ooh, and they don't have any real destination in mind. They just kind of drive around LA, because everything's predestined anyway. If you listen to your Deepak Chopra tape, you know these things. And there I am, Mr. Efficiency, trapped in a bunch of, with a bunch of hypnotized Sunday Stepford wives, and no one wants to go anywhere. And I'm from the East Coast of America, where everyone is psychotic, efficient, and urgent. We're all caffeinated, and we're mean drivers. And I was taught as a little boy, get in your car, start the engine, lean on the horn, and just drive the streets with the horn on. And make way, Mr. Efficiency, coming through. And if you toot your horn in Los Angeles, like someone doesn't drive for like 40 seconds at a green light, you go, toot. People will look at you, hey man, whoa. I'm on the phone, man, please. You just harshed my mellow. You need a hug, man. You need a hug. You need a caregiver to give you a hug, man. You better find the love inside, man, before it's too late. And so there I am, locked with these people, and coming from the East Coast, where you're taught to just drive like a motherfucker to get to point B in as little time as possible, because you only have so many years on the planet. Why would you want to waste your time in a car? If you've ever been to New York, you see that phenomenon of the people at the red light at the intersection, the cabs all gunning their engines. And then the light turns green. If you are not on your rear two wheels emitting blue tire smoke, ripping through the intersection, this weekend it's the mongoose and the cobra going down the highway of death. Watch these two fast, fierce, fuel-injected funny cars fuck the taste out of your little sister's mouth. Be there, tickets are still available. You know what I mean, just that intense thing. And you'll see cabs ripping down towards the Holland Tunnel with those brake chutes popping out of the back. They're downshifting to go up and pay the toll. That's the kind of efficiency that I come from. And so there I am at intersections. And the light turns green and nothing happens. So I've had to learn how to deal with LA drivers and have fun so I don't blow my top. And so I've done it. Here's what I do. I have a 3 CD changer in my car. CDs 1 and 2 change all the time. Music in, music out. Keep it eclectic, keep it moving. CD number 3 has not left my CD player for about 21 months. It is the last full studio album by the band Slayer. Okay? A band that is thankfully sticking to their story. In a day and age when so many hard bands came out of the gates, it is my destiny, and then they end up, it is my destiny, bring in the girls with the flutes. Satan, Satan, Satan. And they make these really lame records, and they put them out there, and their fans buy it day it comes out, and they go like, huh, what the fuck happened to you guys? And the band goes, hey man, we're just trying to explore different kinds of music. Oh, I see, you're done with good music, and now you're exploring shitty music. Aha! But why are you trying to sell it to me, your fan? And so then the band will crawl even further up their ass, and they realize, they have a revelation, that mere bass, drums, guitar, and vocal are simply not enough to capture the full spectrum, range, and depth of their compositions, if you will. And they're not so much musicians, they are composers, and they need an orchestra to fully realize the depth and breadth and scope, the bouquet of their music cannot be fully realized unless there's 30 to 50 people in tuxedos playing it. And so now the same songs get trotted out again with a 40-man cello section. Satan, Satan, and they put out a double CD of this crap. Good 2.5 hours of crap. And they think that their fans are gonna buy it and go, man, I hope they redo all their albums like this. Because mere bass, drums, guitar, vocal, and attitude just really doesn't capture the full scope. I mean, man, I put on that double, classical CD they made, man. It fucking made me want to drive fast and kill my dad, man. It was so great. Fucking A. And so these bands are basically gone. They just have gone away. And thankfully, Slayer knows why people buy their records. Because they make CDs that make you want to fucking kill motherfuckers. And the most kill your mother CD they've ever made is this new one, Diabola in Musica. And if you drive with it in your car, you will drive like such a murderous asshole. It's so much fun. A typical day in LA driving with a Slayer CD goes something like this. You go into your car, you turn the engine on, you turn on the Slayer CD to where blood is dripping out of your ears, and you presumably go out to go to the supermarket or whatever, and then you realize that the CD is now coming to an end, and the album is over. You're like, wait a minute, that's the last song of the CD, but I just put it on. I'm still in my driveway, but I'm at this fucked up angle in my driveway. My car's halfway into my front yard. What the fuck? And you're just kind of sitting there in your seat like, what's happening? And that's when you become aware of 3 to 5 male voices outside your vehicle. And they sound very agitated. Get the fuck out of the car, you motherfucker! Get out, let me see your fucking hands, man! I'll fucking kill you! You're like, what the fuck? You get out, a hand is pushing your head down to the concrete, there's a knee on the back of your neck, there's a foot between your shoulder blades, your cheek is in your own driveway, you look underneath your own car and you lock eyes with the old woman whose arm is caught in your oil pan. And she looks at you and she says, oh God, please kill me. Make the pain stop. She is one of 5 bodies underneath the car. Unfortunately, she's the only one living. Unfortunately, she will be dead in about 45 minutes from massive head trauma, blood loss, and abrasion. You will be taken to jail. You will not be able to get out, by paying the judge some money, because you are not only a flight risk, you are a risk in general. Right to jail do you go. You meet your court-appointed lawyer, who immediately takes you to the court-appointed hypnotist, and under hypnosis, you will be able to remember around the 5th song of the Slayer CD, jumping up onto the sidewalk with your vehicle, leading the nun and the 4 little children by 3 paces before you took them out. And that's the kind of fun you can have when you drive with Slayer in LA. So, that's what I do to have fun. So usually there I am in traffic, and for me, getting into the car is like being on a mission. Deploy body into vehicle, start vehicle up, go to supermarket, buy the 4 cans of beef chili, deploy body back into vehicle with food source, go back to house, dress back into underwear, get back on eBay, and eat chili and win things. Go, go, man, go, it's the weekend. And so I don't want to fuck around. And so there I am at the intersection, of course, never the lead vehicle, always an SUV in front of me. I'm waiting, man, I'm waiting. I've got Slayer cooking on level 8 out of a possible 29 on my CD player. Just kind of like evilly simmering, not really raging, just kind of, go, devil, Satan, fuck you, just a little tiny volume. And so I'm waiting for the green light. Now, I reckon at a red light, you can do whatever you want. You want to drink the cappuccino, you want to talk on the phone, dick around with a palm pad, do your mantra, touch your crystal. You do whatever you want. It's your time. When the light turns green, your ass belongs to me. And I don't care if I have to be the only responsible driver in Los Angeles, upping the flow of traffic, being a good, safe driver, getting people to move. I'll take this. I'll take this job, gladly. I don't mind being everyone's hero, fine. And so there I am at the red light. I have my eye on the green light with the people that have the right of way. So I'm waiting for that walk sign to start flashing, don't walk, don't walk, don't walk, don't. Which means 5 seconds to green light. Now, when the light turns green, I don't freak out and, be mean to everybody. I give you 5 seconds of grace before I freak out. 5 huge, fat seconds. Because I realize if you have a manual car, you need to put the clutch down, get your gas thing together, put it into first, clutch out, gas down. You might need 1.5 seconds to start accelerating. And if you have an automatic car, it's going to take you at least half a second to get your foot from the brake to the gas, apply subtle pressure, and get the thing moving. So I'll give you an extra 3.5 to 4 seconds to do all this stuff. Why? Because I am truly trying to be a better person. Kinder, more tolerant, more forgiving, less judgmental. Okay. And so there I am, and I'm waiting for the green, and the light turns green. 5, 4, 3. My driver's side window goes down, my hand goes to the Slayer CD, the volume goes up. 2, 1. Slayer's at the maximum volume. 0. The driver's palm pad or cell phone flies out the window of the SUV. The Crappuccino makes a brown milky arc across the front. Coffee is everywhere. The driver hears the Slayer, hears the horn, eyes wide in fright, look up to the rear view mirror, sees my burning mask of hatred as I mouth the words, "Fuck you, drive your fucking car. Fuck you, fuck you." The car springs to life and roars across the intersection, nearly taking out the people who are trying to cross on the side. Oh, the zigzag of burning rubber and efficiency. And the best is when you do this to a manual car and you freak them out so bad the car stalls out. And the car will leap to life and fly through the air for 4 feet, land dead. And the guy is so freaked out inside the car because someone is beeping at him, screaming at him, playing Slayer at him, trying to be efficient, that he forgets how to drive. And he's like, I'm scared of my cell phone. They start the car without the clutch in first. You see pieces of the transmission fall onto the street. You see black smoke emit from the hood as the guy driver edges across the intersection. As they go down the street and the car is seizing and melting down. It has another 3 blocks of driving time before it's a useless waste of metal and rubber. And that's the kind of fun I have. Now, I get a very mixed reaction from all the drivers around me. A few drivers are like, "Hey man, whoa, peace man, like now more than ever." But most people look in at me and they go like, "Fucking A, man. Yeah. Awesome. I couldn't do that, but you can." And that's why we call you hero. So, sorry, back to the point I was trying to make. There's a lot of people in America, so we have the 2 dummies running for office. So I've had my fantasies. If I ran, and wouldn't it be cool to run for office? Because everyone has had the fantasy of like wanting to do the right thing, you know, because none of these people seem to do the right thing, you know? If I ran in your country, I would just be telling like Pauline Hanson to shut her fucking mouth like every morning at 9 a.m. "Good morning, shut the fuck up." But hey, shut the fuck up. I was locked in my hotel room yesterday, and she's in some issue of like Women's Day. They've given her a makeover. Well, she was unsure at first, but we lightened her hair and redid her, and sure, she says a few things that wrinkle a few eyebrows in this country. I'm like, God, just be nice to fucking Satan, will ya? Fuck her. Anyway, so I had this like divine fantasy if I ran for office in America and only told the truth. How bitchin' would that be? Like in those debates, you know, they're very magnanimous. My worthy opponent makes a very good point. But what he fails to realize, you know, patronize, condescend, belittle. Instead of that shit where no one believes it, I'll just look over at the guy, "You know something, man? I always fucking hated you. You're just a stupid bitch. Shut the fuck up." And I guarantee you, viewers watching the debate on CNN would watch that, disagree with every single thing I said, and vote for me anyway just because I had the balls to speak the truth and go, "Fuck you. I'm going to kick your ass in the parking lot after this debate is over." People are like, "Fucking A, man. You know, and so I would win by just telling the truth. I think it would be so fun. So, my first day in office, I would go after my favorite pet group. They're a hate group, and it's my pet peeve to hate this hate group, and you've heard me talk about them before. So, you know, if I'm boring you, tough. My favorite group to hate in America is the Ku Klux Klan, and I know there's worse white power agencies out there. To me, they are easily the corniest. Everyone in the world knows what they look like in their silly Casper the Not-So-Friendly Ghost outfit. And to me, they are one of America's many ugly primordial tales that refuses to fall off. It's like, it's 2001. How about we stop wearing the outfits and spewing racial hatred oaths? No. Why don't you leap into civilization with the rest of us, get the gills out of your neck, and let's all move along. No, we don't want to. We're going back into the swamps. Fuck you. And so, what are you gonna do? Go down there and beat their heads in? It'd be momentarily satisfying, but it would make you as bad as they are. So I had this plan to make the Klan so thoroughly unendurable, none of them will want to join. So as president, I get to do what I want. So the day of election, I win by a landslide, and I sign off, and I run into office. I check out all the cum stains on the carpet that Bill left. Kind of cool. Cut them out, put them on eBay, make some dough. And the presidential what? Look. And so anyway, leave a few of my own. What the hell? Fuck, it's my office for 4 years. I'll demarcate my territory. But anyway, I do it in hotel rooms all the time. And so anyway, I guess I shouldn't have told you that. Anyway, so day one, I would get millions of dollars, which I have at my disposal because I'm the chief executive, and I would go to the most avant and challenging fashion moguls of today, and their instruction for me, I give them a big wad of cash. I go, okay, I need you to make me the most challenging, wildest Klan outfits you have ever thought of in your wildest dreams. I don't care what fabrics you use, what colors you use, hemlines, just go crazy. I need 3,000 of the most clashing Klan outfits soon as possible. Get cracking. So they're sewing away, making wild Klan outfits, crazy, with cat eyes on the hood, just really nuts. And so then I start assembling my Klan Chaos Disruption team. Okay, my Klan Chaos Disruption team is 3,000 people. Unfortunately, I now have to draw lines in the sand. Okay, it's all men, so there's no women allowed. I'm sorry, it's a focus group, okay? So, it's all men, and it's all gay. Now, I will slightly widen the parameters for you just a little bit. You get to be either black or Jewish. But you must be gay and you must be a guy. Basically, what I want to do is have 3,000 people who embody things that the Klan can't stand. Blacks, Jews, and homosexuals. And that's all you would get in the Klan Chaos Disruption team. So, I'd have all these outfits made. I'd find 3,000 people for my Klan Chaos Disruption team. I'd suit them up, and we would wait for the Klan to march on a major city. Now, a couple of years ago, they came to Manhattan, New York, and they called up Fuhrer Giuliani. And they said, we're coming to New York City. We're coming 500 strong. You can't stop us. And unfortunately, freedom allows shitheads to get away with stuff. And you'll always know the mark of a coward. A coward hides behind freedom. A brave person stands in front of freedom and defends it for others. So you always know, like white power groups, you can't stop us. See, we'll get the American Civil Liberties Union on your ass. Ha, 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 ha. And that's like a guy hiding behind his big friend going, okay? So that's the Klan. They're a bunch of pussies. So anyway, they said, we're coming 500 strong to Manhattan. Well, they came about 20 strong to Manhattan. And there they are, and you wonder where the other 480 guys? You know, maybe they couldn't get out of the trailer home, the outhouse door wouldn't open, maybe they couldn't get their fingers dislodged out of their daughter, I don't know. What are you freaking out now? I'm just trying to list a few possibilities as to why they didn't make the northern sojourn. Come on, loosen up. Anyway. So, you know, basically what I'm telling you is they didn't make it. Only a handful of them made it, and there they are marching down Madison Avenue. We are the Klan. We are the Klan. Whoopee! We are the Klan. I don't know if they have a theme song or anything. But anyway, they were marching, and people were throwing little batteries at their heads. Fuck you, you bastards. And if you throw a 2-volt battery at a guy with a 2-inch thick cranium, well, what's it really going to do? Mother, is it time for breakfast? They don't know what's going on. And so anyway, so they marched, and they thought it was a triumph. And so I would wait for them to come back to, like, say they come back to New York again, they call up who's ever in charge. We're coming, 30 strong. I ain't going to bullshit you. We're coming 30 strong to Manhattan. There's nothing you can do about it. Be like, that's cool. Bring it on. And so they march. Here they come down the streets. We are the Klan. We are the Klan. I kind of like that Klan dance. Just kind of look good in that bed sheet. So anyway, they come marching down, through the streets of New York, and my guys would be in the bushes in their outfits waiting for the command. And when they hear through their in-ear monitors, join the parade, they go running at the parade. Now, all my guys in the Klan Chaos Disruption team all are armed with pogo sticks and big wheels. So here come the Klan Chaos Disruption team, boing, boing, and all of a sudden the parade is infused with all this color and motion and beauty and fabric and texture. And the original Klan goes, you sons of bitches, get out of my parade. And all of a sudden the Klan just gets swallowed up by this amoeba of color and beauty and pageantry. And the Klan becomes these mere little white dots in this huge melange of color. And so everyone's pogoing and rolling around and having a great time, and the Klan's all pissed off, and now they're cut off from their other Klansmen because there's 3,000 people bum rushing the show. Now, all the news agencies of the world are now lining up to get their 2-minute video bite where the announcer stands with his back to the event, looks down the barrel of the camera, and says, behind me is the event that I'm talking to you about, as you can see, and the people are marching, and now back to you in Atlanta. And so I would wait for all those cameras, MSNBC, CNN, NBC, BBC, World Report, all those people to line up, and I'd wait for the cameraman to go, okay, you're on in 5. And that's when I would give the instruction into everyone's earphone, phase 2, phase 2, phase 2. Hoods come off. Pogo sticks are thrown to the side. Big wheels are kicked to the curb. Everyone grab a partner, start making out. Big old deep tongue kissing. Let's go. Klan Chaos Disruption team, everyone start getting sexy. And you know how it is. You get a bunch of men together who dig men, and there's going to be some loving going on. And so in the next 2 minutes, it's going to go from kissing to men holding on to mailboxes with other men like, oh yeah, ooh. And that'll be the instruction. Let your passion take you wherever you want to go. And so there is the guy standing in front of the camera, and you're on in 2, 1. He hears this roar of approval coming from windows, and the spectators like, woo, the Klan is getting it on. Look at the fabric. Look at the love in the streets. Finally, someone is bringing love to Manhattan. Whee! And so the guy's like, today, the Ku Klux Klan, The Ku Klux Klan is here in New York City today, engaging in typical Klan activity. And my goodness, it's beautiful to see so many men loving one another. Back to you in Atlanta. And so it would go on like that. It would become this fantastic love fest, and all the Klansmen would be, the new Klan would be grabbing microphones from, reporters. Give me that thing. Hello, Manhattan. We are the KKK. We're black, Jewish, and gay. We love your freaking city, and I think we're going to stay. Woo! And businesses would be letting out, schools would be letting out, apartments would be emptying. Why? The Klan is in town. It's going to be the biggest block party Manhattan ever had. And everyone's out on the streets all weekend, cooking in the hibachi. He's got the music going. Everyone's exchanging phone numbers. And the Klan becomes synonymous with sexual, just freeness and racial tolerance and just groove and basically rock and roll, true rock and roll. Everyone's partying. No one cares about the skin color. Everyone's just grooving. And the Klan becomes synonymous with that. And so now the Klan goes home back to their cities, and their friends go, "You son of a bitch, you goddamn fag bastard. I saw you kissing that man. I wasn't kissing that man was kissing me, god damn it." Okay, I predict membership of the Klan would plummet rapidly. Inside of a month, the Klan would go down from 850 people to 3. Because if people start thinking that the Klan is just about really kick-ass fashion and sexual tolerance, what Klansman would want to be part of that? Like, you're in the Klan, right? Yeah. You're one of them smart-dressing faggots? I quit, goddammit, I quit. Okay, so within a month, the Klan is now down to 3 people, okay? The Grand Wizard, the Grand Dragon, whatever his name is, his brother, and his brother's friend who always brings the beer, the guy with no teeth. And they now have to have their march in the driveway of the Grand Doodah because they don't want to get caught. So they're like, "We are the Klan." It's 3 in the morning. It's real secret. "We are the Klan." Cedric, cut down that kazoo. Okay, I'm sorry. "We are the Klan. We are the Klan. We are the Klan. Shh. We are the Klan. We are the Klan." And they hear from down the street, boing, boing, boing. "Hey, what's happening? Heard there was a fucking Klan rally. We're here, baby. We are here. Woo!" They bring CNN with them. The Klieg lights go on. It's a press conference, and there's the Klan woo, in Marietta, Georgia at 3 in the morning. Hot love in the streets of Georgia. And there's the Klan with a bunch of guys tackling him. 3,000 guys in this guy's front yard. Biggest block party ever. Whee! The Klan now goes down to 2 members. It's the Grand Doodah and his brother. They now have to have secret marches in the bayou at 4 in the morning. They're in their outfits with hip waders on. "We are the Klan. God damn, is that an alligator over there? Just don't look at him. We are the Klan. Do. We are the Klan." And they hear from behind him, "I can't pogo in this mess. This is just fucking awful. If I get one stain, if I get one drop of alligator shit on this, I'll tell you I'm gonna shit right now, okay? Don't worry about it. Look, there they are. Hey! Heard there was a Klan rally. Don't worry, baby. We're here. Hold on a minute." I predict the Klan will disappear. Inside of no time, we'll have beautiful photos. We'll have a greatest hits video. Fantastic. So anyway, that would be day 1. So that's day 1 of the administration. Day 2, I would attack the appalling music problem that we have, because it is really bad, and no one's doing anything about it. But I'm ready to do what needs to be done. And yes, I'm going to get some hate mail. I know I'm going to have some people, "Fuck you, man, you stop." But fuck it, I got to do what I got to do. And I'm going to take some crap for it. And I'm ready. I'm ready to take the crap. I will have a very picturesque administration. Instead of plain suited Secret Service men, I will have naked from the waist up worldwide federated wrestler guys with leather harnesses that hold Uzis who walk around like... I will have James Brown's band following me at all times, grooving. When I'm up and around, there's always music, and it's always a groove. So everywhere I go, I would have pyro at every event. Every press conference, every dinner, getting out of Air Force One anytime. He's meeting the president of Bolivia. Man would just be following me. Everyone would be like, "Damn, man, this president's happening." The press conferences would be amazing. I'd have lighting, I'd have the pyro. My guys come out, start checking out the press people, start scaring the shit out of them, just walk around like... Band starts up, I'll get James Brown's guy. "Ladies and gentlemen, from the cum-encrusted carpets of the Oval Office, on your feet or on your knees, here comes your new president." Takes a full 2 minutes for the smoke to clear. I'm like, "All right, what the fuck do you want to know?" Yeah. Well, I thought that $7 million you spent for that clan chaos disruption team was a total waste of money. Fuck you, that was cool. Next question. And it would go like that for like 20 belligerent minutes. I'd just be telling these guys to shut up, and that was cool. And then, bam, hit me, we'd be out of there. I'd get the whole entourage into Air Force One. We would fly west, land at Los Angeles International Airport, deploy the presidential vehicles, and go right to Beverly Hills and start taking care of the appalling music problem and just make the world a better place, a better, more rockin' place. And we'd be driving, the driver pull over, bam, hit me, bodyguards knock down the gate. Set the pyro up. We go up to the huge castle in Beverly Hills. Oh my God, Mr. President, I can't believe I'm meeting you. I always thought you'd come here. Ms. Spears, listen very carefully to what I'm going to say. I'm your president. Basically, what I say goes. If I see you within 30 yards of a microphone, a stage, or recording studio, I'm going to ship you and your entire bloodline to Luxembourg. Try me. But Mr. President, Now I'm going to say to you what millions of people worldwide have always wanted to say to you. Britney Spears, shut the fuck up. Band, hit me. Pyro. We go back to the car. Driver, take me to Yanni's house. Ooh, go to Yanni's house. We're kicking the keyboards into pieces. By the time CNN cameras catch up with me, I'm jumping gleefully up and down on Kenny G's saxophone. Never again, you son of a bitch! Never again will you sell more CDs than Charlie Parker and John Coltrane combined! You fucker, die, feel my hatred! It would be a great afternoon. Which reminds me, I had a Kenny G experience. I had a KGE. It's a Kenny G experience. A few years ago, me and the boys in the band, we were in Germany, in Hamburg, for day 2 of a 3-day festival. And we've been peeled out of our bunks, and we're loaded into the hotel, and we're sitting there like 5 sticky prunes of man sweat and butt crust. We're like, waiting for the road manager to give us our keys. We're gonna have running water and everything for one glorious day. And we're there like, and we look across the lobby, and sitting on the couch opposite ours is Kenny G. There he is, Kenny G, looking out into the streets of Hamburg like, he looks like a really nice guy. I bet some of you have met him. Is he a nice guy? I bet he's a really nice guy. He looks like a nice guy. So what? Anyway, he's sitting there like, I start feeling elbows digging into my ribs and fingers in my back. It's Kenny G. Go fuck with him. Go, Henry, go. Get him. Get him. Come on. Come on. And I'm looking, he is sitting with a man who takes up 2/3 of the couch. The guy is so big. A security guard is like one of those guys, is a refrigerator with arms and legs and a head. Like one of those massive men who always have that look of anger and boredom at the same time. There's always this like... And the guy looks at us and he sees everyone digging into my ribs and he sees that we're all going, oh, fucking Kenny G, fucking kill Kenny G. And he looks at us and just goes... And you could see the look in his eyes. It just said so much. I know how you feel. I feel the same damn way too. But for what he pays me every day, I'ma fucking kill you if you get up. Okay. And so we didn't do anything. He just looked, because he probably has people every single day. Is that Kenny G? Yeah. Can I kill him, please? No. Shit. Are you sure? I get off at 8. You can kill him at 8:01. Yay, yay, yay. So anyway, sorry, the whole president thing. It would be a great administration. Unfortunately, it would only last a week. I'd be shot on Sunday because I would roll back that tax cut in America and I'd make Americans pay more tax and they'd get really mad at me. Because I reckon I live in a beautiful country that we're rapidly polluting that is filled with a bunch of semi-literate dum-dums who love guns and fake tits. And so what I would do was take all that groovy money that I'd be getting from all the taxpayers and overhaul the American educational system and start paying teachers what they're worth, which is like 4 times what they're getting now, and teach Junior how to read. Because I reckon if you have a literate and cultured country, it'd be hard to sell them on something like racism or homophobia or misogyny or any of that corny shit that keeps us from rocking out all the time. And you all have a little bit of that going on here too. And I reckon with education and culture, it's harder for ignorant shit like that to get a foothold. Because how hard is it to convince a cultured, literate person that they should discriminate against people of other skin colors or sexual preferences? It'd be virtually impossible. And so the threat of equality and racial and sexual tolerance would be so great, of course I would catch a bullet in the eye. And the Fuck Freedom Administration, which is what mine would be called, would be over and everything would go back to normal. Ally McBeal would be back on television, because in my reign of censorship and fun, I would have that banned like all other shitty television. There's so many shows be like, sorry, deleted. There'd be like hardly any TV shows on TV. McDonald's would all be shut down. All kind, yeah. And like, but I want a Big Mac. Sorry, I'm gonna have to learn how to eat better food. But they'd learn. But anyway, abruptly, switching topics. I want to kind of flex this idea upon you, and I've talked about it a lot whenever I'm doing this kind of thing. And it's basically, the older I get, the more infuriated I get with that which I do not know. Like places I've never been to. Every country I haven't been to taunts me. Ha ha, you haven't come to see me. What are you, pussy? I go into bookstores, and every book that interests me that I haven't read mocks me from shelves. Hello, I am all the German writers. You have not read me yet. Fuck you. And all the French writers I haven't finished yet, and all the Japanese writers I want to read, and all the Russians. The Russians, I'll never get through all the Russians. They wrote big fucking fat books, and you're never going to read them all. Peter Petrovanovich, my good friend. I'm like, fuck, I'll never know what happened. And so I want to read all those books, see all those cool films, and go to all those countries. And it makes me realize there's no excuse for boredom, and I just wonder why more people aren't like psychomaniacs who wake up every morning like, fuck, I got so much cool shit to do. I can't believe that people get bored or they drink beer and pass out in front of television sets. Me, I wake up every day like, no. I just wish I had like more time to read books, see shit, go places, and have all these women in cages so they couldn't get away from me. That'll learn them. Curmudgeonly thing number 4. But anyway, so I reckon if you don't go, you'll never know. You gotta go. You gotta bust a Geographic move to ever really know anything. You can read all the books you want, but it's kind of like empty facts to me until you go out into the world and you bump your head, against another culture, another religion, another government, or just 3,000 miles away from home. And I have been all over the world, not all over, but many continents for many years. And a thing that's really cool is I keep bumping into Australians in the funkiest hellholes, okay? I'm like trooping through some gnarly part of Africa, like, fuck, I'm scared. Like, there's some parts of Africa, like, good morning, be really fucking scared the whole day. It's so intense. You're like, don't want to die, don't want to die, don't want to die. You'll see some other guy walking down the street, hey, wee, hanging out with all the locals. It's some Australian guy. No fear whatsoever. They're hanging out like, hey, Hank, how you going? Been living here in fucking Lagos for 3 months. Fucking wild. You're like, how the fuck do you guys do it? So you guys, you get out and you travel, and I think it's one of the reasons why you all are so flinty and clear-eyed, because you see other places. And to me, the only way you're gonna know is if you go. Reading a book doesn't get it. Like if you read a book about Egypt, it's kind of cool, and you look at a photo of the Sphinx, and it's kind of cool, but then you go to Giza, and you stand in front of the Sphinx, and for 7 long minutes, you stand there looking at that thing going like, fuck. Fuck. No way! And your week in Egypt is like 14 hours a day of like, get the fuck out of here. How many tons does that thing weigh? 25 and a half. Huh. How many feet in the air is it? 16. Huh. How many years has it been there? 2,000? Huh. How'd they do it? We don't have a fucking clue. Huh. Shit like that. You know, and you come home, and you're like, and all you want to do is go out again and see more stuff that blows your mind. And so I go out into the world whenever I can and see new countries that I haven't seen, so I can kind of kick the ignorance out of my body. You know, the more you see, the less room for ignorance there is. And so last year, I was touring with a band. You know, we came here, we visited you guys, we went all over the world, and I had 4 days off between a gig in Spain and a gig in Portugal. And I knew the gig in Portugal was gonna be my last day on earth. I'm very surprised I'm still alive. We had to open up an outdoor gig for Iron Maiden. Now, if you are opening for Iron Maiden, you have to deal with the fact that the audience only wants to see one band. You, unfortunately, are not in that band. And so every song you play, you're just this thing that is in the way of the Iron Maiden gig. And you will incur the hatred of this audience by just doing your set. And it doesn't matter how well you play, they're just pissed because they want to hear Flight of the Icarus. And it's easily the most moronic metal band ever. And they're so proud of their idiocy. They do these fantastic interviews. We're very literary band, right? We wrote songs about books that we read, right? Like we have a song called Gulliver's Travels, right? It's about this bloke named Gulliver, you know, and he's on an island, right? And he wakes up and there's all these little blokes tying him up. And he goes, hey, hello, why are you tying me up? We don't know, because you're traveling, Gulliver. So the song is all about, you know, blokes that get tied up by little blokes, right? Yeah. And we wrote a song called Icarus, Flight of the Icarus, right? It's about this bloke named Icarus, and he makes these wings out of wax and feathers, and he flies up to the sun, right? And the sun melts the wings, and he on the ground, right? And there's a lesson, right? It's a song with a lesson, man. If you're gonna fly, get in a fucking plane, right? Yeah. So we're very small, right? Yeah. And our new album is called Brave New World, you know, kind of based on the title of that book, Brave New World. And the first single off our album is called The Wicker Man, based on a book called Wicker Man. I mean, they're so silly, you know. They do songs about, like, you know, Dr. Seuss books, you know. This song's called Cat in the Hat, man. It's about this cat, like, with a hat. Like, ah! And we have to open for them, so I know we're going to die. And so I realized I have 4 days left in my life, and I'm in Madrid. So I look at the map, and what's a little bit south of Spain? Africa! And so I said, fuck it, I'm going to Africa for my last 4 days on Earth. And I picked Tunisia, so I could have my night in Tunisia, so I could have my own revelation on the Dizzy Gillespie tune of the same name. So I got a cheap flight, and I went down to Tunis, which is the lead city, the capital city in Tunisia. And I get out, and I get my cab, and I'm going to the hotel, and we get to the hotel, it's like a kilometer. And the guy, you know, says, basically, it's gonna cost you $80 American in my local currency. And I didn't move. Didn't take out any money, I just stared at him. And he spoke enough English. He says, my friend, have you no money? No, I got money, I got plenty of money, but I'm not paying that. But it is how much it costs. Fuck you, you're not getting me out of this cab for $80. Fuck that shit. I've hung out on Canal Street in New York, I've bartered, I've haggled. I'm not leaving, I'll pay you $10 American. Big smile on the guy's face. We haggled for 20 minutes. I got him down to like $15. It was so much fun. My friend, you are a very good haggler. Thank you, my new Tunisian friend. It was so much fun. So the adventure started right away. And I throw my bag into my rancid hotel room, and I walk through like the white hot streets of 1 a.m. Tunis. It's like 100 degrees, it's nighttime, the Sahara's right down the street. And so it's very hot, and the streets are rancid, full of bum piss and garbage. And I go into this like some sleazy place, and where they're making these omelets, these crepes by the front window. I go, hey, so what's the brown obscure meat like lump over there? He goes, I don't know, maybe dog. Okay, so give me like a dog omelet. Okay, and the guy makes me a dog omelet and gives me a warm Coke. And so I'm walking down the streets, eating my dog, drinking my Coke, sitting on this front porch of some building, and just bum piss everywhere. And I'm like, how cool is this? I'm in the north of Africa, I've got a night off, I got a dog omelet and a Coke. Dun-dun-dun! My life is an adventure story, man. At least I'm not working in a shoe store. I'm smelling bum piss, but it's North African bum piss, huh? The good stuff. And so I'm sitting there like, man, this is bitchin'. And this huge man walks over to me and starts speaking French. I said, I'm sorry, sir, I don't speak any French. Oh,
Then you speak English?
Yes, sir.
May I sit down?
Go ahead. I kind of have a feeling I know where this is going to go, but I don't want to make any assumptions as yet. Maybe he's just a polite guy who wants someone to talk to. Okay. I'm a traveler in his land. I should be accommodating. And so he sits down next to me.
Do you like sports?
No.
Feel my arm.
Okay. Ooh, it's like a block of alabaster. Ooh, what a vascular miracle.
Do you want to go swimming with me?
No.
Oh. Do you have hotel room here in Tunis?
No, I'm staying in a cardboard box by the bus station. Yeah, I got a hotel room.
Oh. How about we go up to your room and have a drink?
I already got one.
Do you want to wrestle?
Now, I can probably imagine you guess I told him no. You're right. But it wasn't just an automatic dismissal. I had some information on the wrestling world, and when I told him no, it was an informed no, not a dismissive no. I did hear what he had to say, and the reason I could say no with authority was I have had some experience as a wrestler. About 1858, I was in high school. And I went to a school, all boys kind of prep school. Everyone's mean to each other. Everyone's calling each other by their last name. The teachers, your instructor is calling you by your last name. Everyone's mean. You're a jerk. You'll never go anywhere, man. You suck. And after a while, you start believing it. And there I am, like this skinny, twitching boy on Ritalin, showing early signs of Tourette's. But it's just Ritalin. I'm like, and so everyone's like, yeah, you're a freak. And one day, a teacher walked up to me, and he said, Henry, you have the eye of a tiger. Eh? Here's a teacher calling me by my first name. I was like, someone's being nice to me. I think you should show up for wrestling camp this summer. Me? You could be a great wrestler, Henry. You think so? Yes, I do. And so I showed up for summer wrestling camp at my high school. And there I was taking a bus, a 2-hour public bus ride out to this place I hated. And now I'm going there voluntarily to go into the gym, which has no moving air. It's like this cauldron of hell. And I walk in and I go up to the coach, who's not so nice anymore. I go, sir, what do I do now? I'm here for wrestling. Like, go to locker 53, your gear's in there, you little pussy. I'm like, oh, shit. I go to the locker. There waiting for me is a leather helmet with a chin strap, a tank top shirt with a number on it, a pair of tights, and a pair of hot pants. So I put the gear on. I come walking out to stand with all these other boys with the similar stupid outfit on. And there I am, like, well, now what do? I'm walked out to this canvas mat with a circle on it. I'm told to get on my hands and knees. So I get down there, and the other guy, some guy like my age and weight, gets on his knees, grabs me around my waist, and puts his hand on my arm. One leg over, he'd be mounting me. I'm like, okay. So I'm down there on my hands and knees. I look up at the coach. I go, now what do we do? He goes, you wrestle! And he blows the whistle. In like half a second, I am in this knot of excruciating human pain. I'm like, The guy has me like, whoosh. The guy's a great wrestler. I am just a spaz. In French, spastique. And so I am le spastique, and I'm on the ground like, The guy is sitting on my face.
And I can feel a young, adolescent, somewhat warm, moist pair of testicles on my nose and mouth, a little spread, you know. And I can feel a young ass crack cleaving over my cheekbone, which would put his anus right about there. And he's moving on me. He's hanging out on my face. And he's groping for position. Everything in me is just knotted up. I'm in a lot of pain. I'm starting to smell through his hot pants. It smells like ball sack. It smells like ass. And at that moment, I had a revelation, if you will, an epiphany, if you like, a moment of clarity where I realized, without a doubt, in my mind, wrestling was not for me. And I had some use of my index finger. I was able to reach and tap my worthy opponent on some part of his body. He felt this and mercifully led me up, and I was
Freed, and I went up to the wrestling coach and said, "Sir, coach, I have had a revelation down there in this world of sweaty darkness. I've had an epiphany, if you will, a moment of clarity, coach. I realized without a doubt in my adolescent mind that wrestling is not for me.
But we have to go through round 2.
Sir, I'm out of here." And I went back to the locker, took off the helmet, the tank top, the hot pants, and the tights, put on my street clothes, went back to the public bus stop, took the bus all the way back in town, went back to my mother's apartment and sat and waited for the Ramones to happen. And they did. See you tomorrow night. Good night. Thanks for having me.